Apparently I need to spend more time outside. It's fucking hot out there. Bright. And windy. I don't like any of that. Not in. Episode 14 of the Road to 100 Mil starts now. Hey everybody, it is Dak here from the Ed Boys, and welcome to episode 14 of the Road to 100 Mil Mobile Only. As I said at the end of last episode, we are starting this episode with Slayer. Cheddar hopefully going to give me a good assignment start. 162 cockatrice is actually not that bad. They're pretty easy to kill, and 162 of them is a decent chunk, so I'll get some decent XP out of this. Right now, I guess my current Slayer goal is going to be 55 Slayer to unlock some broad bolts. Cockatrice complete. I'm probably going to get 55 Slayer on the next task, honestly. Only 5.4k XP needed. I guess it all depends on what Cheddar throws my way. Cheddar threw some Blood Velds in my direction, which are pretty solid for XP, and that's going to land me 55 Slayer. I can now use Broad Bolts or really any leaf-bladed weaponry, but I still want to get 61 range before I use Broad Bolts for the, the rune crossbow, and then also I don't have an imbued black mask, so range is going to be super helpful. I have a couple of other things to do before I actually want to use these broad bolts, I guess. Blood Veld task is done. I'm kind of getting close to 60 defense, approaching 59 at the moment. I'm actually going to step away from Slayer already. Got to the first Slayer goal that I mentioned, 55 Slayer, and now I'm realizing, excuse me, that I got a couple of other things to do. So I think first things first, I guess I'll just go grab a new task while I'm still in the rhythm. Last two tasks haven't been too bad. Oh, rock slugs. Yeah, I didn't plan on doing this right away anyways, and I'm kind of glad because I don't want to do this right now. I think I'm actually going to go do some quests first. Alright, I was about to try to do the Depths of Despair for some Nightmare Zone life, but I got to do X marks the spot first, and I did not remember that by any means. Vaves is up here in the pub, apparently. Anyways, somebody did bring up in the comments of the last video that you can do Soul Wars instead of Nightmare Zone to imbue items now. It's mostly what I'm trying to do is imbue this black mask. Soul Wars is not a bad option, and that's a true point, but I don't plan on doing any Soul Wars with low stats like I have and on mobile. I'm not going to do very well there in general. Plus, I would like to use Nightmare Zone to help train with those low stats. It's really AFK training, so overall it gets a double thumbs up from me, Nightmare Zone, but Soul Wars is a solid option, to be fair. I'm not against doing Soul Wars. Apparently, I need to go get a spade. And let's go dig things up. Beautiful. There's the pig pen. Right here. Sweet. And I'm headed, I think actually, oh, that's right. Veos will be right at the docks like he always is. Got your stuff. And you can also take me over near Hostidius, where I have to start the next quest. Was this lamp worth some XP? Nice. What do I want to do with this right now? I like getting the bonus Slayer XP. I'll take it. 300 Slayer XP is pretty weak. I didn't even think about the fact that it wasn't a regular XP lamp. I was thinking I was getting 550 XP. Whatever. It's been used. Let's go start another quest. Alright, take 2 on starting Depths of Despair. It's another quick quest. I think a little bit more running in this one, but I have one of the suggested teleports and a few stam sips left, so this shouldn't take ridiculously long. Are you who I'm looking for? No, this would make more sense if you were who I'm looking for. There we go. That's right, this lady's gonna make me look around the library. I've done the library plenty of times for, well, a few times for like rune crafting and magic XP. But only having to find one book won't be a big deal. Bottom floor, northwestern bay. So we're just going over here. Sip, sip. And just start searching. As you start to run out of bookshelves to search, start to realize, like, well, you got to be close to getting it now. But also start to think, like, what if you somehow missed one, you monkey? It's pretty hard to miss one. This is very straightforward. But, I don't know. But we're on the last handful of bookshelves here. There we go. Nope, that is not what I'm looking for. No. This first book I found, this is the book I need. I'm over here thinking I need a Cord of Twill. No. The Valimore Envoy was correct. Alright. Sweet. And the epic battle is over. Just talk to Arthur. Now I gotta search the chest. There it is. Alright, take this back to wherever I started and I'm done. Sweet. Quest complete. Also got some agility XP. Biggest thing is I can now fight that monster in the Nightmare Zone, but I got one more quest I gotta do. I think it's What Lies Below I gotta go knock out. Something seems a little messed up with the trees and the walls here. I don't know what's going on. OSRS Mobile Life. I don't know, it looks kind of cool. It looks wintry, but not really wintry. There's only snow in the trees, not the ground. Instead of What Lies Below, I ended up doing the fight arena for the bouncer boss. I just didn't have the rune crafting requirement for What Lies Below. I'm really not perfectly set up for Nightmare Zone, but I would like to get the imbued Slayer helmet. Overall, getting some XP from Nightmare Zone is going to be pretty solid. If I want to be training Slayer, which I do, having a higher combat level is going to make Slayer training a little bit faster. So it is nice to get my combat level up with Slayer. It's also nice to get some combat XP on the side, so I will take both. For the most part, I am here for points at the moment. This still isn't going to be a very lengthy trip with only the couple of doses that I'm going to buy here, but I'll be able to get more points out of these doses than I got previously. And obviously leveling up and having better gear would make for a better ratio than what I'm doing right now, but in a handful of trips, I'll have a full envy of overloads and absorption potions, and I'll be getting some good XP out of this, so it'll be a little bit better soon. Before I went back in, I realized that I really should have the rock cake for absorption potions, even if I'm not using the full Darox. The rock cake can put me down to 1 health, and that way I can only lose like 1 point of absorption per attack, which is a big deal when doing Nightmare Zone for sure. The rock cake is not the only option for lowering your health, but Dragon Slayer 2 is a little bit further down the road. Overall, I gotta get Recipe for Disaster done if I want my Barrow's Gloves, and I do want my Barrow's Gloves, so it's good to get this started in general. For now, we talk to the dwarf. This guy needs a rock cake. I also need a rock cake, so let's get this started. I foolishly finished the quest, and I didn't get a second rock cake, so I had to come back here, get another one from this guy, but now I have a rock cake that I can use to get my health down to 1. This is going to make my absorption potions a lot more efficient so that I can have pretty lengthy trips at the Nightmare Zone, actually get some decent points out of it. So let's head back to Nightmare Zone right now. Still not a very lengthy trip, but 31,000 points. I think it was like 14k points at the end of the last trip, so being able to double or triple my points, I'll have a full Envia potion soon, and we'll be cruising on some Nightmare Zone gains. Alright, during this run, I got up to 60 defense, and I did start to train strength a little bit. Doing alright on points. I got a full absorption potion left, another 58k, so... or 58k points, I should say. So, making some gains on that front, but I actually want to go get some armor upgrades from the Grand Exchange. Now that I have 60 defense, I could actually put on some obsidian, and obsidian gear with an obsidian longsword is pretty solid for training. I don't know why I'm running to the bank. I have an Amulet of Glory for teleporting. Alright, I got a full obsidian set, the Berserker necklace, and an obsidian longsword. The obsidian set gives you, like, bonus accuracy and strength when using an obsidian weapon, so does the Berserker necklace, so this is going to be really solid for XP. Overall, going to crank through some monsters also means it's going to be solid for points, which, again, really is the main thing. I'm trying to get a lot of Nightmare Zone points to imbue, but at the same time, getting some XP is very nice. Yeah, the sun's a little much for me right now, so... we're doing some inside clips, but that's all right. I like the inside clips. I feel like we actually get to hang out in some way instead of just you guys all following me around like I'm some sort of animal on display. You know what I mean? Anyone? So, how about that Slayer life? The Slayer life. The Slayer life. I was talking about doing a lot of Slayer. Found myself in Nightmare Zone. Found a couple of other roadblocks in the way. I did get to 55, and I got a couple other things I need to unlock before I go back to Slayer. Turns out I only did like a minute of Slayer so far in the episode. Not gonna lie, probably the only minute of Slayer in this episode, even though I wanted it to be Slayer. It's RuneScape, dude. Things happen. I'm trying to make gains here. Man, I had some power issues during the week, so overall the studio was not as easy to film and record when, you know, you don't have any power. And then during the weekend, things like this were happening. Disconnecting, unfortunately, well, what should have been fortunately, I had like 5 or 6 hours of drive time where I was in the back seat of the car, which equals perfect time for OSRS Mobile, except if you're going through like a canyon or something. like is what happened here. Yeah, there was a decent amount of disconnecting, so not as much Nightmare Zone got done during this time. But with cannonballs, there's not as much of a consequence if you DC, so I just moved on to those for a little bit. So I'm about to get 68 strength, which is actually going to mean my strength and attack add up to 130, and I could go get my Dragon Defender. There really is not much of a point in doing more of this with a Rune Kite Shield if I can go get a Dragon Defender, and I do not have enough points to imbue my Slayer Mask yet, or I should say my Black Mask. So yeah, I'm going to go get a Dragon Defender before I really do any more Nightmare Zone at this point. Alright, I got myself a Mithril set. I think the black set might be a little bit more efficient, technically. But I'm gonna get some tokens. Look, this guy's using the black set. So's the other guy. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, 1200 Warriors Guild tokens should be pretty solid for grinding out a good chunk of the defenders. First, actually gonna go to the GE and get a gear upgrade. I should have done this before fighting the Mithril armor sets. Not that it took very long, but I've got some money to buy some slight gear upgrades. I might as well pull the trigger on that before doing some Cyclops. I definitely should have bought some Dragon Boots sooner than I did. These are pretty cheap for a little bit of a strength boost. I have the cash for it, so why not pull the trigger on it? And I'm wearing an Amulet of Glory at the moment when I could afford a Fury, so might as well pull the trigger on that too. Alright, time to grind out some defenders. Overall, I've done this a few times. I've had pretty good luck here, but I feel like in general, there's always like one defender that'll really mess with you. Sometimes a couple of them, there's usually one outlier. One of the defenders is usually way, way longer than the rest of them I've always seen, so I don't know. Hopefully we do that with like the bronze defender and then just move through the rest of it. That's kind of the way I'm hoping it goes. Or just get really lucky with all of them. That's a good way to go about it too. Oh, I am such a monkey. The only reason I had an Amulet of Glory on is because I was using it to teleport. I even said something about it earlier in the episode. I have a Berserker necklace. I'm using Obsidian. I did not need that Fury for what I'm doing right now. I don't plan on selling it back immediately because there are cases where I'm going to want to have a Fury because it's a solid necklace and I don't plan on buying Zenite yet. So I'm not upset that I bought it. I'm upset that I decided to use it when I should be using a Berserker necklace. No way. Look at that. First kill after going to get the Berserker necklace. I spent like, what, 15, 14 minutes in here with the wrong necklace on. Not that a Fury is bad. Definitely was the wrong choice, though. And I was rewarded immediately for going to the right choice. Just got the Iron Defender. Wasn't recording, but it exists. You can see it in my envy. I don't have to go bank each defender, but I'm kind of superstitious, so I'm going to bank the Bronze Defender, then I'm going back in. There it is. Steel Defender on the ground. Give me that. Give me that. Nice. All right, overall, about a quarter of the way, exactly a quarter of the way through my tokens, I've gotten 3 defenders. I'm pretty much on pace to get this done. Obviously, the Dragon Defender is a different drop rate, and it's all random anyway. What does it matter? I'm doing well. There it is, Mithril Defender. Not bad. Not bad at all. Still feeling on pace. I've got 65 hit points coming in hot. There it is. Nice to make some leveling gains while I'm in here, too. Same thing that I was saying with Nightmare Zone. And there's 69 strength coming in hot. Nice. Ooh, there it is. There it is. The Adamant Defender. Nice. Doing fine. I got plenty of tokens left. Only 2 defenders to go. I'm going to go bank the Mithril one, and then we're on to Rune. No problem. No problem at all. Look at this dude. Rune Defender. I still got over 400 tokens left. I have actually been doing very well, but I said at the very beginning of this, you know how I feel. There's always one defender that can be tough. Future me might be looking at past me a little bit angry about the statement I made of always having one lengthy defender drop. Alright, I guess it's officially time. Let's get in there. Fighting the a little bit stronger Cyclops in the basement. I've got 420 tokens to work with. Nice, dude. We've had a 420 and a 69 during the Cyclops grind. Perfect. Very high quality content. I've got my fingers crossed, and I've got my hopes high. I'm pretty confident about this drop. There it is! There it is! Ah! Dragon Defender, dude, no way. Alright, this was not that bad of a grind at all. I still got tokens left. I only had the one sitting. I can't pick up this Dragon Defender to save my life. There we go. I got it. I'm out. I'm out. There we go, dude. That was not that bad of a grind. I don't know, I guess I was trying to make myself a little psyched out about it, thinking about it too hard. That grind was fine. Dragon Defender complete. Time for a cannonball check-in. About to finish up the 5k steel bars that I purchased, and I think I'm going to go even harder this next time by like 10k for the next episode. It's just nice to have the AFK hours available for some money making, and this is like the best AFK hours. You can be very AFK. You could make more money doing something else, but cannonballs are just so AFK. I like to have them on deck. This is going to wrap up the episode. I guess first I'm going to head over to the GE and sell and buy. Hold on. Yeah, I am going to pull the trigger on 10k steel bars. This is going to be $99.99 because I just bought one to test the price. This is also going to start wrapping up the episode. I'll head back over to Edgeville. I ended up not doing as much Slayer as I wanted in this episode, but still got some Slayer gains, and overall it's pretty solid getting to some Nightmare Zone to start getting some better combat gains in there, and the Dragon Defender is a pretty good gear upgrade. I got a couple of gear upgrades that I pulled the trigger on, mostly just buying things with the money I've been making, but getting that Dragon Defender is nice too. I got a little bit of questing in because of Nightmare Zone, but I have a few quests on deck that I'm trying to do probably early in next episode. In fact, if you were watching the end of this episode right as this video came out, and I timed everything correctly, hopefully, I plan on actually streaming some of the Road to 100 Mil mobile only right after this episode comes out. So if you're watching this in the first like 4 to 6 hours that the episode came out, I should be live on twitch.tv/theedboys, and I should be streaming some OSRS Mobile. This episode's getting a little longer than the others, so I should just wrap it up here. I appreciate you all for watching episode 14 of the Road to 100 Mil mobile only. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Question, you have any spoilers for next episode? Well, last time I took this chance to yell Slayer and then ended up only doing a minute or so of it, so I don't want to do that again, but the goal is